Hi Emma, so we just wanted to do have a quick little chat today. Obviously, you've been with BBF now for a little while. So just to go back to why you decided to get involved in the first place.
Well, I sort of moved to the Wirral probably about 18 months or so before I joined BBF. With that, I was still sort of working back where I'm from, so I had like really long days. And I got into a lot of sort of bad habits. The weight crept on, my fitness levels completely depleted. And I wasn't really happy when I got on the scales or when I was sort of looking in a mirror or the clothes that don't fit or all of the above. And I think probably a lot of people can relate to that. And I just sort of got to a point where I knew that I needed to do something about it, both just for the obvious sort of health benefits of it, but also sort of in your head as well. Sort of, I've always sort of before BBF or before I moved over here, I was always kind of quite active.
Yeah.
You know, I get out and do stuff sort of 3-4 times a week, and it was just sort of I was in a sort of a bit of a better place there, sort of all around. And then sort of just before sort of joining BBF, and I think as well with the lockdown. And a lot of things changed for a lot of people sort of last year. I just knew that I needed to do something.
Yeah, okay. And obviously you joined us just before we went into the second lockdown. Why was that the right time? Obviously you've been on the Wirral for a little while, sort of got to that point. What triggered you to get in contact and have that conversation?
Well, I saw the adverts come up on Facebook, so I had a little look at them. I'd had a look at them a couple of times before, and I'm always very skeptical of anything on Facebook, if I'm honest. But yeah, I sort of looked at it and thought it kind of looks all right. Let's give it a go. And also, sort of at that time, I was sort of ready to kind of commit properly to. Making positive changes and sort of commit to doing the 3 classes a week and just be a bit more conscious of sort of like the nutrition side of it and stop having takeaways and all that kind of stuff. I was kind of ready to make a positive change, and I was kind of committed to doing it rather than sort of probably in the run up to it. I was like, because don't you, like when you get on the scales or whatever every other week and you're like, that's not good.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sort of committed to doing anything about it. So I kind of waited, and then when I had the phone call, the initial phone call with Kate, and she sort of talked me through what BBF was all about, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely up for that. So that was sort of decision made. So I sort of joined on the 21-day challenge. Back in October. Absolutely loved it. So carried on ever since, really.
Great. And how's it different to anything you might have done in the past?
I think for a lot of the main difference for me is the involvement of everybody. So you can go to a gym and you kind of you're solo, you're on your own. There's no sort of community, there's no group, there's no friendliness and sort of gym environments, which is something that I considered whilst I was looking at BBF as well. I'm just like, I don't like that environment. I don't like sort of being on a treadmill and looking around and sort of feeling judged by everybody. And then when I started doing the classes with BBF, I mean, we were outside initially. But all of the people in the group, everybody was really friendly, really welcoming. And then in the online group as well, I mean, there's so much that goes on in there. It's not all exercise related or food related. You can have a bit of banter with people and have a laugh, and it's a really good community.
Yeah, excellent. And I say at the moment, obviously, that community is key because we're all in the position we're in, and we can't. The only thing we can control is what we do each day. So no, it's been great. So, and from a results perspective, how have you got on?
Really well, yeah. So I'm 10 pounds down now. Dropped a dress size. Lost 25 centimeters, which is mostly around my bum and my tum, which is where I wanted to lose it anyway. So that's brilliant. But aside from that, like I said, I've got a lot more energy and I'm doing a lot more things now outside of the group as well. So doing the 3 classes, but just going for long walks. There's extra things that get put in the group as well. So the different challenges. So
Yeah.
sort of get involved with those. So yeah, it just makes you a lot more sort of active. And I think the group's a massive part of that, because you sort of see what other people are doing, and it gives you a little bit of sort of inspiration to get out and do something else, rather than, you know, you can choose to spend your Sunday sat on the couch, or you can choose to get up and go out for a walk or do whatever. So
Yeah,
it's really good.
and how's it helped from, obviously, because you're in in the second lockdown with us at the moment? How's it helping you to get through those interesting times we've all got at the moment?
It's yeah, interesting times is one thing, isn't it? But yeah, it's sort of, because we've got the Zoom classes now, don't we? So the classes are online, but again, you're still getting involved with everything. Like the coaches are still there, so you're still getting that instruction. So if you're doing something that's not quite right, you're still getting that sort of encouragement, and I would say being told off, but not being told off, just being told how to do things in the right way rather than doing things in the wrong way. But also, sort of, if you can't make a Zoom, it's brilliant now that we've got all the links there, so we can go on and we can do them. So I've done a couple of extra ones. I mean, I missed one on Friday night because we had train cancellation, so I had to go and pick the other half up, but I ended up doing that sort of yesterday morning instead, and then put another one. So it's quite good, and it's brilliant that you've sort of managed to adapt, and we're still going, whereas if you were sort of going to a gym, the shut, you can't do anything, can you? So
yeah, and that's the thing you touched upon before around the sort of mindset side of things. How's that changed for you?
I think I'm a lot more sort of positive now. So I've got a lot more sort of get up and go, rather than sort of being sort of doom and gloom and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard, I think, for a lot of people to sort of see the positives and everything at the minute, especially when you're being told you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't see your friends, you can't see your family, you can't go out. You just kind of like, to go back to what you said, you're only in control of what you're in control of. And you can only do so much. And I think at the minute, I think because of all this as well, I'm kind of more of the mindset that, right, okay, well, what can I do today? Rather than what I can't do. So yeah, I'm a lot more sort of positive, and just from a personal point of view, a lot more sort of confident as well. So that's quite good, and my partner sees that as well, which is brilliant, and obviously he sees the weight loss as well, which is good. So it's nice to see that other people can see a change and a difference as well.
Yeah. And what would you say to anyone who might be, looking to do something, they've tried the more sort of, traditional routes, and, what would you say to somebody who might be having a little look at what BBF does and what we're all about?
I say definitely give it a go. Even if you wanted to start like I did, just on a 21-day program, give it a go. You've got nothing to lose, and it's brilliant fun. You'll enjoy it. I don't think that you'd regret it. just giving it a try.
Great.
It's certainly the best thing that I've done since I've sort of come over here. Exercise wise, and for all the other sort of outside benefits aside from the weight loss and the losing the centimeters, like I said, your well-being side of it, the community aspects of it, it's just brilliant.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.